What's up, everybody? You're very welcome along to tonight's show. There are some bits and pieces that we can go through. There's some contract extensions to talk about, some good news for once. Obviously, I want to start off tonight's stream by saying congratulations to El Capitan Jordan Henderson. 9 years at the club already. My God, how time flies for Jordan Henderson. Actually, do you know what? I should probably bring up the Hendo image that we have as well. Look at that. Look at that man there. Now, what I wanted to talk about, ladies and gentlemen, to start off tonight's stream is I want to know quite how much of a legend Jordan Henderson is in your eyes in Liverpool folklore, because there's no denying that Liverpool have had some great captains down through the years. What I want to know is, when Jordan Henderson lifts the Premier League trophy above his head, he will have lifted the league, he will have lifted the European Cup, he will have lifted the Super Cup, he would have done what no other Liverpool captain did in lifting the Club World Cup. So where does that put Jordan Henderson in the pantheon of Liverpool greats? Because you know what? I love Jordan Henderson. I've been saying this for a very, very long time. Henderson didn't get the respect that I think he deserved for many years, and now Jordan Henderson, 9 years today at the club. My God, how that time has absolutely flown. Do you remember when he signed? He looked like such a kid, such a baby-faced, fresh young man, and now he is captaining Liverpool Football Club to our first league title in 30 years, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so proud to have this man at the club. I think he perfectly encapsulates everything that is right with Liverpool Football Club, particularly under Jurgen Klopp. He doesn't give up. He keeps striving to improve. He had the opportunity to move. We wanted to offload him to Fulham as part of the Clint Dempsey deal. He said no, dug his heels in, fought for the right to stay, fought for the badge, and now here he is, one of the greats, one of the Liverpool captains that will go down in folklore. And you know what? I'm so happy and proud that in my lifetime I got to witness Jordan Henderson fight against the odds, because it was very difficult for somebody to come in after Stevie G and captain this football club. There was a lot of people that didn't understand why he was given that armband. Well, every manager that he's ever played under absolutely knew that Jordan Henderson had leadership written all over him. Just listen to any manager that talks about it, whether it be Gareth Southgate, Brendan Rodgers, whoever it might be. They always have something positive to say about him. And I'm proud, delighted and ecstatic for him to have been here 9 years, and hopefully for another 3, 4, 5 years to come as well. Jordan Henderson, we absolutely salute you, sir. Congratulations on 9 years at Liverpool Football Club. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen, can you hear that? Yeah, there's a Hendo shuffle incoming, ladies and gents. A Hendo shuffle incoming indeed. One of the most underrated captains ever, said Steve 96. I'm a Spurs fan and would love Hendo. He's improved so much, said Liam Damon. Mate, that means a lot. Thank you for popping in, Liam, to give a bit of props like that to our captain. Really, really appreciate it, sir. Gary Richards, Hendo. I love it. I absolutely love that Jordan Henderson's now starting to get the respect that he deserves. I mean, we're going to title this stream something like "Put Some Respect on Hendo's Name," but you know what? I think he has that respect now. I think Liverpool fans around the world finally see how brilliant a leader El Capitan Jordan Henderson is. Alejandro said, but he's undoubtedly a legend. Most of the way he took the mantle from Stevie G, and how he stood firm through all the criticism at first, and still here performing. I love it, mate. Well in. Jordan Henderson. Love it from Tarish as well. Hendo up there with our best captain, said Mr. P. And you know what? I agree with every single one of you. Joanne's 100% as well. Thank you for that super chat, Joanne. Congratulations, awesome, said Justin the Woods. How are you, buddy? Welcome in. And look, ladies and gentlemen, welcome, by the way, Richard Howell to the Familia, mate. Welcome, newest member to Anfield Agenda FC. If you want to become a member of the channel like Richard, ladies and gents, you know what to do. Hit that join button. Membership is as cheap as chips. What's it? Just fucking cheaper than chips. You couldn't get a bag of chips for 99p. There you go. 99p a month. You get use of all the Anfield Agenda emojis. You get the badge beside your name. And Richard, mate, make sure that you come and join our Discord group as well. If you're a member of the channel and you haven't yet joined the Discord group, all you have to do is go to the community tab on the Anfield Agenda YouTube page, and there is a link there for all of our members. And Brian, look at this straight away. This is why I love you, motherfuckers. Welcome, Richard. Just all through the comments. Beautiful. This is a community here, ladies and gents. We're in this together. We're in this for the long haul. Riddock has been banned again, said Connor. That's a bit of an inside joke. Ben, aka Riddock, over on Twitter. He's one of my favourite Twitter users, actually. And I've never known a human being to get banned from Twitter as much as Ben. So shout out to Ben if he's watching. I hope that he is. Rachel said 38k on the rise. We're very, very close, Rachel. Very close to hitting 38k. I think we're only about 5 or 6 subscribers away. So look, if you're joining us for the first time, you haven't yet hit that subscribe button, you know what to do. Smash a like on the stream as well. Let's hit 38k on this stream, my friends. On the road to 40k. As you can see, I did want to talk about Jordan Henderson, but I'm going to get the subscribe image up again, just so people can see that we're trying to get our asses to 40k. Puskas is a god. Said not the best player in our team, but easily one of the most important. Best captain in the league by far. Always there supporting the lads and driving the team. He'll be remembered as a great. I love the way you put that, mate, because it's true. I think even Jordan Henderson will say he's not the most talented player in that Liverpool team, but he encapsulates everything that we as fans want to see when he's out there on the pitch. I think it was summed up perfectly when he just collapsed after that Barcelona game. Just sheer exhaustion. He dragged us along with James Milner and everybody else over the line that day. And yeah, and the moment, of course, as well, when he went over to his father after winning the European Cup, it was a beautiful moment as well. We could go through many great Jordan Henderson moments on this stream, but I just wanted to start it out by saying congratulations to him for 9 years at Liverpool Football Club. It's been a genuine privilege and pleasure to see him progress as a player and as a captain, and hopefully, as we said, there's many more years to come for Jordan Henderson. Casper reckons Hendo's worth about 80 million. Do you know what? I honestly think we'll never find out, because I don't think we're going to sell him at any point. I think he's probably somebody that will go on to play at least 34, 35, and I think, you know, he's got a hint of Jimmy Milner about him, doesn't he? What have we got? FaZe Caden Yeat said, love your stream. Thank you, buddy. Really appreciate the kind words. Maliko said, Craig, he's the best captain ever, but do you remember us beating Spurs and United last season without him? I do, but I also remember 13-14 when he picked up a red card, or he got suspended anyway. And the team just wasn't the same for the run-in without him. And I think that's probably always eaten away at him a little bit. And he just seems like the type of lad that we should all aspire to. Somebody, if you're a young footballer out there, you should be looking up to. I mean, I like to give credit over the years to some players who I think have almost played above themselves. A great example for me was Frank Lampard as well. Now, look, I probably shouldn't be on here bigging up a Chelsea player, but again, I'm always honest in my opinions. And to me, Frank Lampard is somebody who got the absolute most out of his career by hard work, determination, a really good mindset. Obviously, we've got many of those players at Liverpool as well, but I just wanted to be fair and kind of compare him to somebody who I think of in a similar stature, albeit, look, he's not a rampaging goal scorer like Frank Lampard was, but Hendo's one of those players that you don't know what you're missing until he's not there. And when he's not there, there is a glaring hole in that Liverpool midfield. So again, just wanted to start off the stream by saluting Jordan Henderson on a job very, very well done. And hopefully many more years to go. Anyway, I wanted to move on a little bit. This isn't quite going to be a rant, because I'm almost torn on this person as an individual, so I'm going to be careful about what I say, but Stan Collymore loves to mouth off and make sure that he gets a nice headline every now and again. Now, mate, how about showing us Liverpool fans a little bit more respect and not telling those people that paid your wages for all those years to spare you the tears? Come on, mate. So writing this piece for the Daily Mail, I should say. No, it wasn't even the Daily Mail. I'm going to absolutely restart this again. Writing this piece for the Daily Mirror, Stan Collymore said, the Liverpool fans sobbing about missing out on him, and he's talking about Timo Werner, can spare me the tears because he's not Lionel Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo, and the way some have reacted, you'd be forgiven for thinking he was some sort of reincarnation of both. Now, I somewhat understand where Stan's coming from, because look, he isn't as good as we all, including myself, have made him out to be, but he is still a very good player. He goes on in the piece to say that he probably wouldn't have gotten into the team every so often because of the front three that we have, and my argument has always been not that he would have come in and slot straight into the front three, but that he would have given us very good backup and somebody who we are able to rotate, give Mo a rest, give Sadio a rest, give Bobby a rest, and play Timo Werner if he had have come. I just don't like the snidiness towards Liverpool fans there from Stan Collymore. Look, there's so many cheap shots that we could take. I'm not going to do it because, as I said, I'm on the fence about him. Some of the stuff that I see with Stan Collymore, I read and I thought, well articulated, well done. He did some really good stuff around the World Cup as well, some really good pieces on hooliganism and stuff like that. But then just when you're starting to come around to him a little bit, he puts out this type of shit again. I don't know why. He feels like he has to have a pop at Liverpool fans. Here's a little message, Stan. They're all entitled to their fucking opinion, mate, just as you are. The only difference is that you have a platform to spout your nonsense, and a lot of Liverpool fans don't, and they take to social media to be frustrated. And you've got to understand that frustration, mate. I don't agree with a lot of the stuff that people have written about Timo Werner and about us missing out on him. But there's a way of phrasing it. There's a way of showing a little bit of respect to those Liverpool fans. And as I said, paid your fucking wages for a very long time, mate. How about just showing us all just a little bit more respect? Do you think Nat Phillips will replace Lovren? Said Stephen Somerville. Thank you for the super chat, buddy. No, I don't, if I'm being honest. And I did read something earlier on from somebody that said that everyone seems to have just forgotten about Nat Phillips. I haven't. I've spoken about him on numerous occasions. Nat Phillips, to me, is somebody who looked very good when he came in before he went out on loan to Stuttgart, but I don't know if he'll make it at this level. And I think he's a little bit older than some people remember, or some people believe as well. It's a difficult one, because I want to say yes. I want to say give him the opportunity, but if we do move on Dejan Lovren, I don't know, I'm a little bit torn. I don't think Nat Phillips will quite cut the mustard, if I'm being honest, but I'd love to be wrong. I really, really would. I had seen that he potentially have another season on loan at Stuttgart. I don't know how true that is. How do I become a member? Said Luke Wilson. Just hit the join button, buddy. There should be a blue join button there where the subscribe button is. Just click on that one. Brian said, Collymoore's been writing nonsense like that for years now. Probably the most arrogant ex-player in the media. Look, I'm a gobby cunt myself. So I suppose maybe it takes one to know one. And I'm well aware that I rant and rave all the time. So I absolutely know. I don't believe, I'm not sitting here thinking my shit doesn't stink. But I don't know, it just wrangles at me a little bit that he so often has some good stuff to say and some decent stuff to say. Then every once in a while he just comes out with shit like that I just think is pointless. Alex Crawford Qatar said, Craig, we need Newland Voider. Next super chat, I promise. Next super chat or super sticker, Newland can go out and bust a move, because I know everybody likes a little dude to get funky, do you know what I mean? Ella said, Phillips 22-23, I'll never forget goal against Manchester City in 2015, said Ethan, with regards to Hendo. What else have we got? We need to get rid of we need to get rid of 5 or 6 in the summer window, say Casper. There's a bit of a theme that I'm going to go through in tonight's stream, ladies and gentlemen, and that team is going to be bigging up the kids. That team's going to be bigging up the kids, because I'll move on to it in a few minutes. I don't want to give away the rest of the stream, but this will be a stream where I'm not trying to come on and butter you up to say that, we'll be alright if we don't make transfers. We've got really good kids at the club, but we do have really good kids at the club, and we may be alright if we don't go out and get some transfers, but I would still like us to do that. Just go out and get one top level player this summer. Right, Joanne stuck in a super chat, so let's get Newland out to bust the move. Go on, son. Everybody loves a bit of Newland. Look at him. Are you happy? 9 years of Hendo. Look at him, celebratory Henderson dance here. It's not quite a Hendo shuffle from the little dude, but look at him busting a move there. He's been on some bender, hasn't he? He's been on a session now for, a couple of weeks, Newland. Look at him go. Go on. Love the little dude. Go on, Newland. Go on. Say bye-bye, everybody. Anyway, right, let's get on to the next thing on the list that we have to talk about, ladies and gentlemen, and that is about Adam Lallana. So let me just change the image. There you go. Right, so as expected, Adam Lallana has signed a short-term contract extension that will see him finish the season with the Reds, and he then gave what I think is a very honest assessment of the current situation he finds himself at Liverpool Football Club. Speaking to the club's official site, he said, I'm really pleased to have gotten the chance to finish this season. It means a lot to me and my family. Now isn't the moment to review my time here, because the focus needs to be on the remaining 9 matches and the club finishing the season in the best manner possible. The gaffer has been different class, and we've had an honest conversation about what my role will be in the remaining weeks. I want to contribute in the most positive way possible that helps him and the team, not just for the remaining matches of this season, but also what they need to consider for next. I'm totally at peace with what looks like and feels like, and now my role for playing this season will help the team going on to be what will be an extraordinary period, the likes of which none of us have ever experienced. Do you know what? I had nothing but respect for Adam Lallana, and I've even more respect after him coming out with a beautiful statement like that, because he is a thorough professional. I know he's the captain's best mate and all, but it would have been easy for him to perhaps be a little bit snotty, to maybe protect himself for a deal that he could have said no. He could have said, look, you're going to go on and win the league. I'm going to get my medal. I want to protect myself and my value for a contract at another club. But he didn't. He signed that contract to stay at the club for the rest of this season and could potentially get himself injured. I hope that he doesn't, of course. But I love that he's shown that loyalty to the club. So whatever happens, wherever Adam Lallana goes, I just hope from all Liverpool fans that he goes with his head held high, knowing that we all appreciate a job very well done here at Liverpool Football Club. And I know maybe the last couple of years he hasn't been as important as he was when Jurgen Klopp first came in. But again, I just hope that all Liverpool fans realise that this man did what we ask all football players to do. He came in, he respected his contract, he could have left, as I said, and not put himself under a bit of pressure, but he didn't. He signed that little extension to stay here till the end of the season because he wants to see through a job that he started with the rest of those players and the manager, and I absolutely salute Adam Lallana for that. So well done, young man. I say young man because I'm older than him, I can get away with that shit, but yeah, nothing but respect for Adam Lallana, and I hope that wherever he goes he has a fantastic end to his career. And it probably has 5 or 6 years left in his career, maybe 5 years left in his career, and whether he goes to, I know he's been linked with Leicester, he's been linked with I think a few other clubs in the South Coast. I don't know where he'll end up, maybe Bournemouth, Southampton, I don't know, but wherever it is, I just hope Liverpool fans send him off with a massive pat on the back, a thank you for a job well done, and just wish him the best because he's a class act, Adam Lallana, and I know that you guys think that as well. Liverpool, you never walk alone, said Lallana was just unlucky with injuries. Thank you for saving us at Old Trafford and Norwich, said Tom. Yeah, that moment when he scored that late goal against Norwich, and didn't he break the gaffer's glasses? Wasn't that the right game? Wasn't that the one I'm thinking of? Adam's been fine, you'll never walk alone, said Mr. P. Lallana is a true professional, said Morton Ellerton. Absolutely spot on, mate. He is an absolute professional. You know what? He's a class act as well. Do you remember recently himself and Hendo, I think, put on a party for kids in the local area, and I remember that there was a video of that was leaked, and very quickly that video got taken down because they're the type of fellas that they don't want to do it for the publicity. They do it because they're really good people, and I know that he's been very good from a charity perspective as well. He's nothing but a class act. So wherever Adam Lallana ends up, I'm absolutely delighted that he's going to be leaving Liverpool Football Club with a Premier League winners medal, a Champions League winners medal, a Super Cup winners medal, a World Club Cup winners medal, and a job well done. So again, well done to Adam Lallana wherever your career might take you. Connor said he's convinced that he'll end up at Newcastle for some reason. Speaking about Newcastle, actually, I will move on to somebody who may well end up at Newcastle. Lallana to Leicester isn't official. No, it's absolutely not official, Alejandro. I just said that's one of the clubs that he's been linked with, mate. Leon Kahn reckons Lallana should go back to Southampton. I don't know if they'd be able to afford his wages, maybe, mate. What is he on now? Probably 120 grand a week, something like that, I'd imagine, as a senior player at Liverpool. Christian Benteke broke Klopp's glasses. I don't think it was, mate. I don't think it was Benteke. I think it was Lallana, if my memory serves me correct. And look, I'm often wrong on these things. Did you get any updates on Robbo, Adrian and Salah? No, Travis, I didn't see anything on them, mate. But no news is usually good news in these scenarios, because if he was injured, it probably would have leaked a little bit by now. So, yeah. Gerrard could take him up to Rangers, said Dave Smith, with regards to Adam Lallana, potentially. But I did say to somebody I was going to talk about linking a move to Newcastle, and let me just change here. Right, there we go. As you can see, a couple of players now linked with potential moves away from Liverpool Football Club, but there is some good news, so bear with me as I go through this. So reports today suggest that Shaqiri will leave Liverpool in this summer's transfer window, and as I said, he has been continuously linked with a move to Newcastle, but that seems to be only if the sale goes through and Newcastle get rid of Mike Ashley. So again, I get a lot of fume of some Liverpool fans about the fact that I don't really rate him that highly. And the argument that I always put across to people when they say to me, how can you not rate Shaqiri, is, what has he done at Liverpool for me to rate him? He played well against United, he played very good against Barcelona, and he'll always have respect from me for that. But I've always been honest and said I don't think that he's good enough to be long term at Liverpool Football Club. And between injuries and maybe, I don't know, not being the manager's favourite, I can't speak for Jurgen Klopp, but yeah, wherever he ends up again, I wish him the best. But I'd be interested to see how much Liverpool may get this summer for Shaqiri if he moves on. Some good news on that one as well. Other Liverpool players that have been linked with a move away. Gini Wijnaldum has apparently been linked with a move to Barcelona, that which they say that are monitoring his contract situation with Liverpool. And if Liverpool can't agree a new contract with Gini Wijnaldum, apparently Barcelona are waiting in the wings to try and get the really versatile, classy act to the new camp. And look, the good news though is that the Guardian believe that Liverpool are really close to agreeing a new 3-year contract with Gini Wijnaldum, and that's the one I'm going to go with, because everything that I've read recently suggests that Liverpool are confident, the vibes coming from his representatives are confident. Gini's going to be calm and relaxed about this shit because he's Gini Wijnaldum. That's what the man does. But I'm delighted to hear that it looks likely that he'll sign a new contract at Liverpool, because I've yet to speak or talk to a Liverpool fan that doesn't want Gini Wijnaldum to stay at the club, because the man's just a class act through and through. What else we got there? It's also important to remember as well, ladies and gentlemen, that Harvey Elliott may well be signing a new contract at Liverpool next month, and it'll be his first professional contract at the club, and he is going to be a sensation. I'd love to know what everybody thinks about young Harvey Elliott. Obviously he came in from Fulham. People probably go, what do you mean he's going to sign his first professional contract? Yes, he is on, I don't want to call it a youth contract at the minute because I don't know what the actual name of the contract is. But next month it's believed that he's going to sign an improved deal. I think maybe 3 or 4 years from what I've read to keep him at the club. And look, he's class and I'm delighted that he's here. And when I was saying earlier on that we've a bright future ahead with the kids, I genuinely mean that, because I look at the likes of Harvey Elliott, I look at the likes of Raheem Brewster, I look at the likes of Curtis Jones, Neco Williams, Paul Glatzel, who's come back from injury as well. And how could we not be confident with the future when we've got those young lads? And that's without Kylian Hoover, Sepp van den Berg, Quivin Kelleher if you're looking for a good young goalkeeper as well. So yeah, I'm so excited. And what do we think though on Elliott? I wanted to bring this conversation up because I want to know what you guys think about Elliott's future at the club. And by that I don't mean if he's going to go anywhere. Do you think he's going to stay at Liverpool next season, or do you think he might go out on loan? I can't see him going out on loan. I think Jurgen Klopp wants to mould this kid into an absolute superstar, and him training with the likes of Sadio Mane, Roberto Firmino, Mohamed Salah, that will only improve him and the little bits that he'll pick up off it as well. Now, you probably will see a little bit of petulance from time to time because he's a young kid and maybe a little bit cocky, but you kind of need that cockiness, don't you, to succeed? And I remember Curtis Jones kind of pulling him up when he wanted to take a penalty in the youth game. So I'd love to know what you guys think about this one, because for me, I have zero doubts about Harvey Elliott and zero doubts about his future. I think he's going to be absolutely class. The youth squad is amazing, said John Paul Whelan. There's, I'm going to go through that one as well. Elliott is the next Messi, said Just Abdul. Elliott has the potential, but he's not ready yet, said Shea Trainer. Well, look, mate, to be fair, he's 17, so I'd be more surprised if he was ready, but he is a special talent, and he's a red through and through as well. It's important to remember that, just to pictures of him when he was a younger kid at Anfield. And he turned down, let's not forget, he turned down the opportunity to go over and have a look around the Santiago Bernabeu with Real Madrid and meet the thunder cunt of a Real Madrid captain in Sergio Ramos. He turned it down, said, nah, don't like what he did to Mo, I'm alright. And I love him for that. I love him even more for that. So I'm delighted to hear that he's going to be signing a new deal. And it's easy for a lot of people to overlook the fact that some of these Liverpool players have been tied down to deals. But it's important, because for a long time, as Liverpool fans, we've seen players come in quite young, maybe for a modest fee, being massively improved at the club, turning into excellent players, and then being sold on, and us kind of being left a little bit high and dry. That's not the case these days. We're bringing in those players now, and we're getting to see these players in their prime years. Bobby Firmino, Sadio Mane, Mohamed Salah, Virgil van Dijk, all excellent additions to our squad, and players that will be here for the peak years of their career. And that's all I've ever wanted as a Liverpool fan. I'm sick of seeing players come in, hit the ground running, be really good, but the club can't quite match their ambitions on the pitch with regards to trophies and stuff. Now people look at Liverpool in a whole new light. You've seen Kylian Mbappe talking about Liverpool. You've seen Paulo Dybala choosing Liverpool when he played on FIFA the other day. And you just constantly see us being linked and mentioned by players and agents at the very top level now, because we finally have gotten to become a destination club once again. And I love it. I love where we are as a club. And I don't want to be at all negative. I want to look ahead to the summer and just look at it with positivity, knowing that we're going to go into next season as the reigning Premier League champions, that we've got some great kids coming through. And I'm willing to wait and be patient and maybe see how sales go before Liverpool go and dip their toes in the transfer market, because we don't know what the market holds yet for anybody. And yes, Chelsea are out there, and yes, they've been linked again today with a move for Kai Havertz. They've tied up Timo Werner by the looks of things. They've gotten in Hakim Ziyech. They've got Christian Pulisic. They went and they signed Kovacic. They're looking at Onana potentially as a goalkeeper as well. And you know, some clubs just have some money lying around. They have an owner who's not afraid to put his hand in his pocket. They had some of the Hazard money sitting around. They have money coming in for Alvaro Morata. And I was messaged by a lot of Liverpool fans today that are, I won't say furious about the Kai Havertz thing, but they're a little bit surprised that Chelsea have so much money to play with, some Liverpool fans. But look, I don't know what this market has ahead for us, ladies and gentlemen. Does Harvey Elliott have an attitude problem? No, Leon, he doesn't. He's a 17-year-old dude. Craig, Ronaldo or Messi? Probably one of the most answered question or asked questions I get, mate. Very straightforward. Messi every day of the week. We need a machine that's going to tread on everybody else. Come on, you Reds, adjust in the woods. I think we're only at 3 subscribers away, by the way, from hitting 38k, ladies and gents. So if you haven't yet hit that subscribe button, please do so. We got to do it on this stream. Surely we got to get there. Did you hear what Tyson Fury said? I've no idea what that's about, Dara. No, so I'm going to have to go no on that one. I'm going to get through my news, though, before I finish up, and then I'll come in for more of your comments, ladies and gentlemen. Right, so where have we got? Next news item that I want to have a chat about is Marco Grujic, who has been linked with a move to Lazio. Corriere dello Sport believe that Lazio are interested in signing Marco Grujic, who is of course currently on loan at Hertha Berlin. And there's no mention of any potential transfer fee in this one, but again, I wanted to put it across to you guys. What would you like to see happen with Marco Grujic? Do you think he's good enough to come in, maybe learn off Fabinho, learn a little bit off Henderson about how to play that central midfield role? Or would you cash in on him right now if you were Jurgen Klopp and an acceptable offer came in? And what is an acceptable offer? I suppose that's another question that I put to you guys. If you were to move him on, how much would you want from him? How much is a Marco Grujic worth? I genuinely haven't got a clue on this one. It's very, very difficult to put a price on a player that I haven't been keeping too much of an eye on over the past year and a half or so. Gez said 40 million minimum. I want Grujic to say, said Gerps. Grujic should say, said Liverpool, you never walk alone. LFC fan 96 said if we get 38k you got to bring on Newland. Yeah, Newland will have a little celebration dance if he gets there. Give Grujic a chance, said Andrew Reid. Thank you for that, Andrew, really appreciate it. He should go to Lazio. He's not good enough for Liverpool, said Kate Smith. Sell him for 10 to 15 million, said Tristan. I think he might be worth a little bit more than that. Although last night I probably said 15 to 18 million when I was doing my potential valuations. But I don't know. It just, to me, and I know to Connor as well, it kind of has the feeling that if he does move on, it might bite us in the ass. I just feel there's a player in there. I feel that Marco Grujic will go on to be an excellent midfielder somewhere. Whether that's at Liverpool or not, I guess time will tell. As you can see in the chat there, Connor's even said keep Grujic in his opinion. Callum said League 2 and League 1 have voted to end the season early. This means that Sunderland will still be in League 1. Yes, I did see that earlier on in the news. It means Tranmere are unfortunately going to be relegated, Callum, which none of us wanted to see. Mark Palios went in there at Tranmere and tried to work really hard to keep them up, but this has seen them relegated. And I think it's seen Bolton relegated as well, if we're down to League 2, if my memory serves me correct, which is some fall from grace for a club that had the likes of JJ Okocha playing there under Sam Allardyce, and I think Hierro even had some time there, the Real Madrid great as well. So it's sad to see Bolton fall that far down the football pyramid, but it just goes to show you how fragile this whole football ecosystem is. Richard Howell, thank you very much, mate, for the diamond super sticker. Love it, really appreciate that. Genuinely, I think that's the first time anyone's ever used that super sticker, Richard, so well in, buddy. You should have just signed yourself up to a membership though, Richard. I think did you already become a member? I think you did become a member, Richard, didn't you? Right, what have we got? Grujic's Bournemouth level, said Leon Khan. Answer me this, Leon. And the reason I'm putting this to you, mate, is because I know you're a United fan. Have you watched much of Marco Grujic, or are you just randomly saying he's Bournemouth level but I haven't watched them? I genuinely want to know. What have we got? Why Always CT Media said just subbed off my second account. 38k is on its way. Love. Good looking out, mate. Love it. Well in. Right, don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, the La Liga is back this weekend, and as always, I want to know, what game do you want us to cover? Because I told you, when the football comes back, we're going to be covering games thick and fast. For anybody that hasn't joined us for our watch-alongs, by the way, we are going to do our watch-alongs on YouTube now, but also on Hot Mic, which is an app that we've been talking about for the last couple of months on the channel. There is a link to Hot Mic. You can download it from the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store. It is a completely free app to download. All that we ask you to do when you sign up is to use the code Anfield. When you download the app and you open it up, they'll ask you for a welcome code. Put in the code Anfield, all capital letters, and then give us a follow on there. We're going to be doing a game in La Liga on Saturday or Sunday. I want to know, what game would you like us to do? My initial instinct was to cover the Mallorca-Barcelona game, which is I think 9 p.m. on Saturday night. But this is a democracy, ladies and gentlemen. So I want to know what game you'd like us to do. So let me know in the chat, and I promise you we will do as you guys say, because we are here to make you happy. Well, we try to make you happy anyway. But yeah, Hot Mic, please do download that app. It's an app that can really give our channel a big future. Every time somebody downloads the app and puts in that code, we get a little financial incentive from it, and every time that somebody follows us on there, the same thing. So again, link in the description. It's really important to use the code Anfield. And you might be asking me, hey, silly bald man, why the fuck should we download this Hot Mic app? Well, I will say to you this: if you enjoy our watch-alongs on YouTube, you will really enjoy them on Hot Mic, because Hot Mic has a few little tweaks that YouTube doesn't have. It allows you to sync up our commentary direct to how you're watching the game. So let's say you're watching the game and you're like, ugh, Owen Hargreaves? Don't want to listen to his commentary. Let me listen to Craigo instead. You hit that Hot Mic app, open it up, click on the game that you want to watch. A bit of a stutter there, Craig. Click on the game that you want to watch. A big circular sync button, SYNC, like not like your kitchen sink is in syncing up shit. That button will appear. Click on that and it'll sync up our commentary direct to your mobile device, your soundbar, your tablet. Mark's on there as well, doing the That's Football stream for the, Mark Alberts as well. Claude and the Bansters, Lee Chappie's on there. The Anfield Rapper on there, Redmen TV are on there. All of your favourite football YouTube accounts are on there, or at least will be on the way very soon. So again, link in the description. If you want to help out the channel without having to put your hand in your pocket, please do download that app and put in the code Anfield. We're really close to hitting 2,000 followers on there, and like we promised, when we hit 2,000, we're going to give away another £50 Amazon gift card to one of our followers on there. We did it when we got to 1,000, and we'll do it every time we hit a new 1,000. We'll give you a £50 gift card to one of our followers as a little thank you. It's like YouTube for sports, said Connor. There you go. We've been trying to come up with a catchy phrase. It's like YouTube for sports. I like it. Scotty said, what about Expressions? Is he on there? Not yet, but I have been chatting with Expressions about it, and he's definitely interested in going over and giving it a bash. What have we got? 8 days to go, said Yassar. Real Madrid, Ibar, somebody said. Oksana, Hot Mic for life, just Abdul came in and said. A few shouts for Barcelona as well. Do you know what? It would genuinely fucking kill me to cover a Real Madrid game because I despise them. So I'm hoping that Barcelona is the one that you all vote for. But we'll have a look through the chat later on and see who got the most comments. But yeah, let me know. Tammy Abraham going to be fuming and score 2 hat-tricks, I think, in the next 9 games. Good for him. Doesn't bother us. We'll be busy winning Premier League titles, mate. Is there any other shirt giveaways coming up? My only shirt's a fake, said Coolshot25. And no, we just finished the competition that we ran with 3 Retro, mate, where we gave away 2 shirts. I think as a channel we've given away like 25 to 30 shirts in 2 years. So for a small channel like ours, it's not bad going. If it give us a little pat in the back. Right, it seems to be Barca. You'll never walk alone. Liverpool never walk alone. Said Sevilla versus Real Betis. It's the derby. Yeah, but do you know what I mean? Sevilla and Real Betis. Does anybody really care? Actually, on that, did you see that Real Betis' Nabil Fekir has been linked with a potential move to Arsenal because Dani Ceballos looks like he's going to go back to Real Madrid, so Nabil Fekir could well be Arsenal bound? I don't know, I haven't seen any transfer fee mentioned or anything like that, but again, I said I'd bring it to you guys. Right, one more little thing to go through with regards to news, and then we will go and just deal with the chat for the last 15 minutes. So, that little wonder kid there, Raheem Brewster, look at him with his Champions League winners medal, looking like a fucking boss. So, Raheem Brewster has been apparently linked with a move to Rangers. Stevie G apparently wants to take him on loan there next season. And I wanted to know what you guys think about this, because I've no doubt that Raheem Brewster is going to be an excellent striker, but I think he's a level above Rangers, with all due respect to the Scottish League. People might say, okay, Craig, he's not a level above Rangers just yet, and I hear where you're coming from. But I would rather see him come to the Premier League or maybe a club very high in the Championship. My initial instinct is suggest somewhere like Leeds, a club that are going to come up. I think a club that had to give Nketiah back to Arsenal because he was on loan there, and they seem to be short of striking options. And I think under Bielsa in the Premier League, because it looks like Leeds are going to come up, I think that would be a great move for Ian Brewster. That's the club that I would maybe suggest them to go to. Other than that, maybe the likes of a Southampton, something like that. But for me, I just think he's just too good to go up and play in the Scottish League, and I'd rather see him doing it in the Premier League, because that's where we want him to prove himself. We want to know, can Ian Brewster cut it for Liverpool in the Premier League? And I think without him, getting a regular starting berth for us, the only opportunity that he's going to have to show us is if he goes on loan somewhere in the Premier League. So again, I wanted to put it into the chat to see what you guys think about it. I know people are going to say to me, Craig, it's Steven Gerrard, he'll have his best interests at heart, he'll get game time, he'll be a great role model, and I understand and agree with all of that. It's just that I want him playing at a higher level. I want him to go and play at a higher level, and with all due respect to the Scottish Premiership, it is pretty much a two-club league, so yeah, I would rather him in the Premier League or even at a high Championship level. But again, I want to know what you guys think about it. That's pretty much the last bit of news I have for anyone who's just tuned in to get the news. But I'm going to dip into the chat now for the last 15 minutes or so. Let me just get up the old subscribe button just again there, just to see if we can get our asses to 38k. Keep Brewster at Liverpool, said Liverpool, you never walk alone. I think the right thing to do now is learning from a legend, said Thomas McGee. I think you're suggesting he goes up to Rangers. Be a great move for Brewster on the Gerrard's wing, said Magic Strike. Stevie G is trying to sign the whole youth team, said Lil LFC boy. He should go to Sheffield United, said Just Abdul. Leon Khan reckons Brewster to Villa on loan would be perfect. We've seen how Abraham has done there. Daniel O'Donoghue said, Craig, do you think youngsters such as Larouci, Glatzel, Hoover, etc. will get a run out in the last few games once we clinch the title, assuming that Neco, Curtis and Harvey Elliott will play? That seems to be the plan, mate. From what I've read, and I think that's what Adam Lallana was maybe suggesting earlier on. And again, you've probably read this in the media yourself, but it seems that we will be looking to those players to get some minutes and finish out the season. Liverpool are going to want to break that points record set by Manchester City, so we're not going to go out there and just start putting out weakened teams. But it is common sense that rather than let Lallana, say, play 6 of the last 9 games, to give Curtis Jones a chance, to give Harvey Elliott a chance, to give Kylian Hoover, Larouci, Neco Williams, whoever it might be, players that, again, I mean this in the most respectful way because it's no secret that Lallana's leaving, but players that have a future at the football club and players that we want to see if they can cut it at this level. So it's a great question, Daniel, and I do think, yes, mate, you will see the likes of those players get an opportunity. Maybe not Glatzel yet. I know he's still working his way back. I think it'll probably be next season, and I would dare suggest you'll probably see Glatzel go out on loan next season to get more game time, I should say, excuse me. Benjamin Terrell said, do you think that Liverpool will spend this summer? Oh, that's the $64,000 question, isn't it? I think it might. I can almost feel the fume when I'm saying this, but it might be a sell to buy summer, and I'm kind of alright with that if it leads to us getting one player that we want. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna give Newland a little bust out there now, so there he is. Go on, son. Go on, Newland. He's happy for the Premier League to be coming back. Look at him go. Go on, son. Go on. Hendo appreciation. Go on, son. Honestly, I could sit here and watch that little dude for hours. People might think I'm lying, but I genuinely could. Again, thank you to everyone that has subscribed, but please do keep hitting that subscribe button and give the stream a thumbs up as well. Casper, you asked for stats. He's not a robot. Thank you, mate. Good looking out, Coolshot25. Thank you for having my back. I don't have stats, and people that know me know that I'm not somebody that really trots out stats too much because I'm not somebody that fully understands exactly how that system works, and I leave the stats to people who are far more educated than this dumb Irish idiot to talk about them. Tristan said that he subbed. Thank you, mate. Really appreciate it. Again, look, ladies and gents, there's about 10 or 15 minutes left in tonight's stream. I've gotten through all of my news, so the floor is open for you guys. If there's anything that you want to talk about, anything that you wanted to ask me, Bang it out. 15 minutes to go. The floor is yours. I am but your humble servant to answer whatever you have to ask. Learn his dance moves when you get to 40k, said Matthew Rigby. Who do you think taught him those dance moves, Matthew? Do you think that we just pulled him out of thin air? No, I sat him down. This has been going on for weeks now. Myself and Newlon, I didn't know he was dropping acid at the time, but I wondered why he was so energetic. But yeah, of course, who do you think taught him those dance moves? Do you know what I mean? Like, where do you think he gets it from? Papa Craig, mate. Papa Craig. Craig, Torres or Suarez? Ooh, Suarez, but they've both been amazing players for the football club, mate. And both left us kind of up shit creek as well when they went. But yeah, I'd say Suarez for me. What Gaelic team do I support? Nobody. And if you're talking about counties, well, I'm born and bred in Dublin, mate. So Dublin, if that's where you're going with the question. What's my opinion on Torres? As in Fernando or Ferran Torres? I don't know which one I'm gonna guess you're talking about Fernando VPL FIFA. Look, when Fernando Torres came to Liverpool Football Club, that first game against Chelsea, he absolutely tore them a new arsehole. He was fantastic and introduced himself, and we all fell in love with him immediately. Even though we're hurt so much when we sold him, it looks like we cashed in on him at just the right time, because he never hit the same heights again. People can say that he went on and he won shit with Chelsea, and I appreciate that, but I think it's fair to say that he was never the same Fernando Torres that we seen under Rafa Benitez at Liverpool with Stevie G in behind him. I mean, that was the understanding between Steven Gerrard and Fernando Torres was scary at times. It was fantastic. Chelsea FC said, "Hey Craig, I'm a Chelsea fan, but I love your content. Keep it up, mate. Genuinely means a lot. Thank you, mate. Appreciate you taking the time to come in like that. It's always lovely when we see opposition clubs fans come in, because we will show you back that respect, pal. I promise you. I know that you guys often know me as somebody who has a rant at trolls and stuff, but to see people like that Chelsea fan there, and we've had Everton fans come in, we've had Man City fans come in, and it means a lot that you guys enjoy the content, because I know we're very Liverpool centric. We're Liverpool fans, but appreciate it, mate. Thank you, really do." Craig, breaking news, Everton took a 50% pay cut. I don't know if that's genuine or is that happened. Like, let me just get the old telephone out while we're live on the stream and see what the story is with that one. Yet to see anything on Sky about it anyway. Yeah, I don't know what that's about, mate. Is that in regards to their staff having it because of what's going on with COVID-19? We've an Ajax fan in the chat. How are we, Levy? Or Levi, I'm not sure of how you pronounce your name. We'll go with Levi De Bruyne. Welcome in, mate. Lovely to see you. I mean, you've been booted out there straight away by Tom Boland. I think you were maybe spamming. I mean, I don't understand why people do that. We welcome in anybody into the channel. Come in and say what you have to say, but don't be spamming the same stuff, because like, you're just going to get kicked out. And we want you to stay. We want to get to know you. We want you to have some fun. Thomas McGee said, Dalglish or Rush? See, I don't get to say this very often, Thomas, but I'm too young to remember Kenny Dalglish. So I kind of got to see Ian Rush, but the answer has to be Dalglish, doesn't it? But yeah, I got to see a lot more of Rush. And I'll never forget, was it a shoe calendar? Or not a shoe calendar, the shoe magazine that did the April Fool's joke where they had Ian Rush in an Everton shirt. Do you remember that one? That was one of the best ones, yeah. That was fucking cracking. Imagine that in this day and age. The internet would blow up. We have the best community on YouTube, said Thomas McGee. Do you know, I feel so, mate. There is something special. We're building this together. We've been together since day one, and there are people that have been watching this channel since we had 100, 150, 200 followers, or subscribers, I should say. And to look at that number now and see where we've gotten to, it is only testament to Connor's hard work, to your determination as a group of subscribers. Obviously, I'll give myself a little bit of props there as well, but yeah, thank you. Thank you for staying with us. It's been really tough getting through a period where there's been no football, but you know, the countdown has begun now, ladies and gentlemen. It's what are we in today? Today's the 9th, isn't it? So 12 days till the Reds are in action, and only 8 days till the Premier League is back. And we will, when the Premier League is back, by the way, again, I talked about Hot Mic earlier on, link in the description, use the code Anfield, but we will be doing the watch along of the Manchester City Arsenal game as well, because that does have potential connotations for us Liverpool fans. Well, hello there, said, and United fans. Yes, mate, and genuinely, there's actually a load of United fans that come in. Obviously yourself, you're in here all the time. We appreciate you. Leon is in here every night as well. And we do get a few United fans that do pop in, and I think Mark says it best when he says rivals, not enemies, and that's a really nice way of saying it. When we go up against each other, we hate your guts and you hate ours, but as football fans, it is nice to see that we can all come in and have a civilised chat from time to time. Kylian Gaming Channel, how are you, sir? Welcome in, lovely to see you. Chelsea FC said your top 4 predictions for next season. Very difficult to give you that, buddy, without knowing how everybody's going to get on in this window. But, the way you fellas are going out there, looking like maybe Kai Havertz, getting Timo, Werner, and the players that you've brought in, I think you'll be safely tucked into that top 4. But it's so difficult. It used to be pretty easy to pick 4 or 5 teams that would be challenging. But right now, you've got Liverpool, Manchester City. You've got to say that they're probably nailed on for top 4 now. Whatever happens with Manchester City's situation with the Court of Arbitration for Sport, and that hearing is taking place right now, well, like this week I should say, I think it started yesterday. You'd have to say Liverpool and Manchester City are probably nailed on for top 4. So then it's Manchester United, Chelsea, Leicester, Spurs, maybe Arsenal, and a surprise package perhaps, Wolves fighting for those places. So it's very difficult to make a prediction without knowing what people are going to do in the window. But I think you guys are going to be up there with the players you're bringing in. So I hate to give you credit, but yeah, got to give you that credit. It's incredible work you've done on this channel for sure, Craig. Bravo, guys, said Justin the Woods. Look, I keep saying this, but the phrase that I like to use when I talk about this channel is, I've no idea why anybody comes and watches, but I appreciate the shit out of everybody that does, and your support means the world to us. So yeah, thank you. Really appreciate it. I know I have a rant from time to time. I know people think that I'm just a gobby cunt at times, but I'm not. People that come in and watch this channel regularly know that, as well as the rants and the shouting and the screaming, we try to do nice things. We try to build a community. We try to respect people in here, and we try to keep the chat as fun as possible as well. Keita or Oxlade-Chamberlain. I don't do this one or the other thing, Kai, and I don't mean to be rude by saying that. What I always say is we're lucky enough to be able to have them both at the football club, so let's just enjoy having Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain and Naby Keita here, because it's a great period for Liverpool Football Club right now, and we've got a tremendous group of players. Alejandro said United fans are like, let's hear about winning the league and how it feels. It's been so long. It's been quite a while for us as well. I was saying to Connor the other day, I remember growing up, and I think I was probably, I don't know how old I was, but I remember being on the way to a football match on the minibus singing 27 years and you've never won the league to Manchester United fans. And little did I know that I'd be sitting here waiting 30 years for Liverpool to win a top division title, and it's going to happen this season, so I fucking can't wait. I cannot wait. I've played this moment through in my mind probably 50, 60, 70 times over the past few weeks. How I'll react, what game it will be, how you guys will react. Do we plan something? Do we do something just naturally off the cuff? And I want to do it naturally because I don't want to ruin the moment, but I'm so looking forward to it. I know you guys are as well. Kylian, I'm very good, thank you. I hope you are as well. Do I feel like a celebrity if somebody was to recognise you in the street? No. That's something, mate, that you'll probably get to know about me, is I don't think I'm anything special. I'm just another fan that's lucky that for whatever reason people enjoy what we do as a group in here, and it is a group thing. It's always been a group thing. But no. But what I will say is, Sean, that I will give everybody anytime anybody comes up for a conversation on the street, come up and say hello. You want a picture? If that's your thing, come up and say hello. I remember getting a message of somebody on Twitter that said, I seen you and your family in Universal Studios in Florida, and I was there with my girlfriend, and I didn't want to come up and say hello because he was being a very nice fella. Didn't want to disturb me with my family, but come up, say hello. It'd be my fucking pleasure to chat with any of you guys and say thank you. If anything, I'm going to be the one thanking you for the support you've given us. So yeah, I'm never thinking of myself as a celebrity though. Never. No matter how big we get, I'm always just going to be another fan. Adama Traore to Liverpool said HKM 1000. We did cover that one yesterday. There's a few articles around suggesting that Liverpool and Jurgen Klopp are desperate to sign Adama Traore. I don't know how true that is. I think there's probably better value out there, if I'm being honest, than the 60 odd million I think it probably cost to get Adama. And he's had one very good season at Wolves. I don't know. There's no denying that when he gets up ahead of steam, he's almost impossible to stop because he's such a strong, powerful fella. Like, and I don't know. I don't think it'll happen, if I'm being honest. I think that Wolves don't seem like they're going to want to sell on that many players. And I know that Jimenez has been linked with a move to both Atletico Madrid and Manchester United, if my memory serves me correct. Just Abdul said Dele Alli supports Liverpool. He was very close, mate, really close to joining Liverpool before he went to Spurs. Connor Crosby said, contrary to what Twitter morons, and this is his words, not mine, would have you believe, Craig is actually down to earth when he's not gone around his house singing about how great he is. That is, I am just anyone who's ever met me will tell you I'm a pretty humble fella. I know I come on here and I sing and I joke and I dance and I fucking slag off people and I do this, but this is my safe zone, if you get me. This is where I feel the freedom of being able to really be me and have some fun. But yeah, I'm just a normal dude like anybody else. And do you know what? What I also say is anybody that I've met, so Expressions or Troops or anyone that I've come across and done filming with, they've all been normal, really decent people. And I'm glad to see that the industry, as much as there are some chancers in it, and when I say chancers, I'm never talking about the content creators. I'm usually talking about the fuckers hiding in the shadows that are trying to fleece so many YouTubers out of money. Because the amount of stories I've heard about people that have been, gotten dodgy deals, or people have come in to take 20% of the YouTube revenue and done fuck all for it. But I suppose for that, then you've got a couple of other people who've been treated very well and done quite well out of it. We've never really looked at this as a business. I want to build, like, if you offered me right now 1 million subscribers but you wouldn't have a job out of it, or 100,000 subscribers and it becomes your revenue stream and your job, I take the 1 million every day of the week, because my goal from day one has been to build the biggest and best Liverpool community on YouTube, bar none. And we may never get there, but I'm going to have fun fucking trying on the way, and I'm going to drag you sons of bitches along with me for the ride, and whether you like it or not. That's just the Irish coming out of you, said Luke. Yeah, we are. We don't like to be braggadocious, us Irish, do we? Craig, your rants come at the right time, said Just Abdul. Thank you, buddy. Hello to Liam Tyler. How are you, buddy? Welcome in. Do I like Leverkusen? Yes, I do like Leverkusen, mate. I'll always have a soft spot for Bayer Leverkusen, and I don't really know why. But yes, I really do. They've got some very good young players as well at the club at the minute. Is Liverpool going to sign any top players? Is it Shaha? Excuse me if I mispronounced that one. The truth is, buddy, I'd be lying if I said yes or no. None of us know. We all hope. But what I will say is, and I want to echo what we spoke about last night as well, we've got a great group of kids coming through, 100%. We've got a manager and I think owners as well that absolutely deserve the benefit of the doubt. And if we don't go out and add people this summer, I think it'll be for the right reasons, because the club needs to look after its finances. And I'm not educated enough on the subject to talk about Liverpool's finances. I'll leave that to people like Kieran Maguire, who's a football finance expert that the Echo often have on, and he writes some really good pieces and does some really good interviews when he's on there. And I would urge anybody to check out anything that he does, because he really does know what he's talking about. But for me, I want to say, yeah, I want us to go out there and sign players, of course I do, but I'm also understanding that we're in kind of uncharted waters at the minute with regards to finance and football, and we have to cut our cloth accordingly, whatever we want to say, because the most important thing is that this club is sustainable and is around in 50 years' time. We spoke earlier on in the stream about Bolton, who've just gotten relegated again, and the football is littered with stories of clubs that you think might be too big to fail or too big to fall down the football pyramid, and our owners have done a fucking pretty good job. And yeah, they could have done some things better, and yeah, sometimes people want them to put their hand in their pocket a little bit more, but we've a pretty healthy balance sheet, and the owners have done a good job in that sense. And as I said, Kloppo is the one that I've got all the trust in, and anything that Klopp has done, he's done the right way, and he's done to improve us. And his transfer record it's almost second to none, to be fair, since he's come in. And Michael Edwards deserves a statue as well. Julian Brandt would be a great signing, said Brendan. I think we missed that boat, mate, when he went to Borussia Dortmund. he always seemed, and I was told by somebody who lived in Germany at the time, that he's someone that wanted to stay and remain in Germany at that point in his career. So, like, I do like Julian Brandt, but yeah, he's at Dortmund and he'll probably stay there for the foreseeable. What else have we got? Alejandro said they wanted to make sure things would pick up and reach the same levels before going for that kind of transfer. Nothing worrying about that. Yeah, I agree. Craig, you should be careful because there are YouTube robots in the comment section. I don't give a fuck. Honestly, I mean that in the nicest way. The last thing I'm concerned about, mate, is YouTube robots right now. If they want to come in and comment, then great. It's going to drive our stream out there and it's going to push it out a little bit further. But I appreciate the looking out. Look, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to call that a night because there isn't really much more for us to get through. But before you head off, if you haven't yet hit that subscribe button, please do so and give the stream a thumbs up as well. I can't tell you how much I appreciate you guys taking the time out of your day to come in and share an hour with us tonight. I really appreciate it. Again, if you haven't downloaded that Hot Mic app, check it out in the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store. The code that you'll see going across your screen right there now underneath, if you download that Hot Mic app, is Anfield. All capital letters. Put it in as your welcome sign-up code and give us a follow on there as well. We'll probably be back tomorrow, and as I said, we'll be looking ahead then to what looks like we're going to be doing the Barcelona game on Saturday night. But the countdown to the Reds being back in action and the Premier League being back has well and truly started, ladies and gentlemen. Take care of your family, tell your loved ones that you love them, stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll talk to you wonderful people soon. Love each and every one of you guys, and up the motherfucking Reds. Thank you very much.